Hey guys, so I just got back from seeing Easter Sunday, the big giant hit of the weekend. I know that's a fucking joke, but I watched this movie called Easter Sunday on a Monday. Probably better than half the jokes in the movie. Um, but yeah, I know it's a little late doing these reviews. I usually had to do them on Fridays. I was pretty busy this fucking weekend. I forgot. I'm posting the review for this. I'm gonna be also posting my review from last week for DC League of Super Pets, which I again saw it last week. That's just so that if there's any confusion. I did see it last week. I late weekend. I just fucking forgot to post a review. I don't know why. Um, from this point forward, it kind of my schedule's gonna get a little hectic for the next couple weeks, especially, particularly in the next month, especially. But I will be still doing reviews. I just got my work schedule is gonna be interesting for the next few months, a few weeks, probably for the rest of my life. I don't know. Um, but I was still doing reviews. I don't know if I'll be doing them on Fridays as much anymore. It just depends, and it might be a lot of me just trying to cram a bunch of fucking movies in on one day, which means I might be doing double features again. Yay! But I thought about doing that today, but I was just like, yeah, I was tired. It's like I could only sit for fucking one movie. And so my first, like I said, the movie I saw that I catch up on from this weekend was Easter Sunday. Like I said, movie that didn't do very well at the box office, and it's one of those I can see why because there really wasn't much advertising for this movie. Like I got a trailer for this like once or twice here and there, and I thought it looked okay. It looked like a decent little comedy with a comedian I'd never fucking seen before. It had like a lot of unknowns. Looked like mostly in the movie, like try to like make it actually feel authentic with actual Filipino actors, which I appreciated. But I was like, whatever. Then I saw is directed by. I didn't realize it was being directed by Jay. I'm not even trying to change this car. I'm not even trying to fucking. I know that I just butchered his name, and I apologize. He's the Indian comedian. If you don't know who he is, from the Broken Lizard Troupe. He was in Super Troopers and Beer Fest, and unfortunately Super Troopers 2. I liked it. Like I've liked the stuff. I was like, oh, cool. He's usually a pretty good comedic director. I'm on board for this. And yeah, it was okay. It was just okay. Uh, it wasn't very good. I can see why it wasn't getting that great reviews. I think it was like a 44%. And I pretty much kind of agree 100% with the critics on this. It's just a there, nothing kind of comedy that's going to be forgotten about in probably a week's time. Um, yeah, it's not very good. It's one of those movies that, yeah, it's a movie that's representing like a culture, giving representation to the Filipino culture in a mainstream comedy, which is cool. But it's every generic. You've seen this movie done a million fucking times. But this time it's different because it's a Filipino family. You got the stereotypical lead character who has no time for his family or his kids or this in this movie his son, and they resent him for that. And he's just a busybody person that just always has to be busy. And then he has the overbearing mother or the crazy cousins or the crazy sisters, the crazy friend that he comes back to. Am I forgetting anything here? Uh, uh, this stupid bug fucking fly by. What the hell? Fuck off, moth. Uh, sorry. Uh, fuck. What are fuck cliches? Uh, he there's jokes that you've seen a million times before, and a lot of them are just not funny. It's even like when he's like the beginning of the movie doing a stand up. I'm like, it's not that funny. It's like it's not. I wasn't even laughing. I don't think I laughed once. Man, maybe here and there I would laugh at it. This movie, but it was like one of those movies I just didn't laugh at. Like I had trouble finding. Like it's all generic comedy bits that I've seen done a million times before about crazy families that just they have to get together during a holiday and they are having a lot of troubles and some of them are not getting along and they eventually come together at the end of the movie and get along and become one big happy family again. I know it's a spoiled movie, but there you go. Saved you $20 or $12. There you go. Merry Christmas or Happy Easter. That's another fucking thing. This movie's called Easter Sunday. I still can't understand this. This movie is called Easter Sunday, and it's released in August. Huh? I guess maybe. Did I hear the fucking Jeopardy buzzer? I just made the Jeopardy buzzer go off. I swear to God, I'm losing my mind. I've had no sleep over the last couple of days. But yeah, But this movie's released in August, and it's called Easter Sunday. Like, is it because of COVID that this movie got pushed back or something? I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. Like the most famous. There's a few famous faces. The main actor in this movie, I was looking him up. I said I had never seen him in anything before. Joe Coy is his name. I've never seen him in anything before. And I looked at I was like, is this guy? I just never was he on a show or something like that? I've never seen before. Like the really only big credit he had to his name was that he was on Chelsea Lately. I said, I think I remember him. I barely remember Chelsea Lately. That was like fucking 2 decades ago that show existed. How the fuck am I supposed to remember everybody? And he was on that, and that's about it. He's basically a stand-up comedian that just got a movie made about him. I'm sure it's. I didn't look it up. I'm sure it's based off a story that he wrote about maybe his family, and it's a movie kind of like making fun of the fact that like he's is a guy who's struggling actor that's trying to get a big break, and when they find out he's Filipino, they want him to do a stereotypical Filipino accent on the TV show that he's trying out for or something like that. That's all stick. I was like, honestly, I couldn't really get a grasp whether this guy's actually any good as a comedian because I don't want to judge him because the material in this movie wasn't that great. So maybe he is a good comedian. I don't know. I've never seen him before. I've never seen a stand up. I don't want to judge him because I'm watching the movie. I'm like, man, this guy's not very good. Like towards the beginning, but then I'm like was watching. I'm like, I don't think it's him. I think it's more the material he has to work with. And it's like I just don't find a lot of this shit funny. Like it's just stuff that's been done a million times before, and it's not done very well. Um, you got Tiffany Haddish, who's like the other, probably the biggest name in this movie, uh, who is in a couple scenes. You see in the trailer, and Tiffany Haddish is like somebody that like when she first started got on my fucking nerves, but over time she's getting a lot better and I feel like he's gotten a lot better as a comedian. And this is one of those cases where when she first pops up in that cop scene that you see in the trailer, she has some funny lines here and there, but the problem is that it kept going and didn't fucking end. Like it just let her. It was like the directors just let her ad lib, and that was pretty much it. Like it just let her go, and they didn't cut anything out. And I'm like, yeah, like come on, it's like this is getting old. It's becoming tiresome. I'm like, God damn, is this joke over yet? This scene with her over yet? Um, there is the director Jay Chandakazar, whatever I know butcher his name. He is in this movie too as his agent, main guy's agent. That was kind of cool to see. I was like, I can't remember the last time he's directed a movie, but usually the movies he directs, I usually like. I remember, like I said, he does pretty much all the Broken Lizard stuff. I was like, is those guys still making movies? I know they did Super Troopers 2, and that fucking sucked. I like Super Troopers 1. I don't love it as much as a lot of people do, but I did like the first Super Troopers. Super Troopers 2 sucked. Uh, that was really bad. But yeah, it was kind of cool seeing him direct something again. There is a pretty kind of funny cameo in this movie that did get me. And it's a really lame. It is a really dumb, lame joke of why this actor's in this movie, but I still got a chuckle out of me. I ain't gonna lie, it did make me chuckle. I won't spoil it, but it's pretty funny. Um, oh yeah, and also fucking Tia Carrera, the girl from Wayne's World, is in this movie. I was watching this movie. It's like, is that Tia Carrera? I was like, is that her? I was like, she looks a little bit old. She's a little bit older. It's like, well, yeah, she would be older now. It's like it's been 20 years since fucking Wayne's World, dumbass. And I'm like, is that her? And I look it up and like, yeah, that was her. I was like, sweet. So yeah, I recognize her. She still looks great for her age. She's like 55. I'm like, God bless her. She still looks great for her age. I love her as an actress. Anybody who grew up in the 90s like I did, like, knew who she was. She was a fucking beautiful woman. Still is. From, Wayne's World, True Lies, and stuff like that. Um, yeah, I was like, man, I could not fucking remember. And so when I figured out that was her, I was like, man, that makes me kind of almost happy because I was like, I don't remember the fucking last time I seen her in something. It's been a long time, so that was cool. That was cool. Yeah, it's not much to talk about with this movie, is there? Other than like, oh, this person was in there, and that person was in there, and this movie's not very funny. When a movie's not very funny, it's a comedy. It's not very funny, and I didn't find it very funny. There's not much to say about it. Hey, talked about it for 12 minutes. That's an accomplishment. But yeah, I don't really recommend this movie. It's not terrible. It's just meh. Uh, yeah, that's my review for Easter Sunday. I'm gonna try to. My plan is tomorrow to see Bullet Train, and until then, I'll talk to you guys later.